All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's go over an intraday update on AMC, give you guys all the data that you need to know. Take a look at this technical breakout situation that we still have. We're only down 1.85%, about 54 cents. So this technical breakout has not reversed, and I don't expect it is going to. And if it does not by today, then we are heading into a very bullish 2022. Now, we're also going to go over the ortex data, the Stockholm Tracker. Charles Payne is calling out the SEC's Gary Gensler. We're also going to take a look at some institutional buyers that are loading up on AMC stock, as well as the max Payne for today. So if you guys get value out of this video, hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure to check out the pinned comment down below if you guys want access to all of my trades in real time. We have been killing it over there, as well as if you want to support the channel and get some free stock, check out Public, Mumu, and Weeble in the description of this video. So let's dive straight into it. Like I said, we are down about 1.92% on a technical basis. If you were looking at this on the daily candlestick chart, you can see that really the indication for the technical breakout, in my opinion, was this 20-day simple moving average, as well as the inverse head and shoulders. And that's exactly what we see. Inverse head and shoulders has fully formed. So it does look like we're going to make that move to the upside, but we needed to break out above this blue line right here, which is the 20-day moving average. We did that yesterday, but we are still above that today. We are firmly above that. The 20-day simple moving average is at $28.14 per share, and I personally don't think we will close under that. If we do, we're kind of going to be in limbo of where we were earlier in the week, where, we were under the 20-day moving average, but we were testing this, looking for that break. So I don't know what's going to happen by the end of the day today, but I know that the technical breakout is still with us. And really heading into 2022 is going to be important, because 2022 is going to be the year of fundamentals for AMC. And I've went over this many times, which I will do at about 2 p.m. today. Go over one thing that shows that AMC will turn a profit in 2022, thus crushing the short thesis, thus forcing shorts to cover on their short positions. But if we do take a look at the volume for the day, incredibly low at about 8.5 million shares that have traded hands. And with low volume, if you get bullish volume, high bullish volume coming into the stock, then you'll see the stock move up a lot at a very fast pace. Same thing to the downside. If you're not seeing that bullish volume and you're just seeing low volume in general, like we are today, just a small amount of shorting, a couple 100,000 shares could push this could push the stock down a couple percentage points, or even, for today, 200 million shares that are theoretically sold short into the marketplace today could move the stock down what we're looking at, 1.8%. So this doesn't give you a clear picture of where the sentiment is because the volume is so low. It is the last day of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2022 at midnight tonight. Ain't that crazy to say out loud? But that goes without saying, not very many people are actually actively trading today. There's a good percentage of people as well that said the markets were closed today. So some people might not even realize the markets are actually open. So today is one of those days, where it's really not a big deal in the grand scope of things. But as far as this breakout, once it does happen, Benzinga says $47 per share is very reasonable. That's a 50% increase from where we are currently at. But before that, we're going to have to break out past the 200-day moving average at about $32 per share, and then the $38 resistance, as well as a $40 psychological resistance level, and then $45. If we can break all these key levels and make our way to 47, then there's no reason in my mind to believe that we could not go to the mid-50s, if not the mid-60s. And that is still my price prediction, really price target by mid-January to mid-February. But even on top of that, as far as the technical breakout, the MACD is still incredibly bullish. And you've seen, like I've said many times, that rare divergence of the MACD going bullish as the price of the stock was going down. So this is showing strong sentiment overall, and something to be very excited about. Now, let's get into the ortex data, and then I want to get into this Charles Payne situation. So if we're looking at the ortex data right now, we're at about 16.97% short interest of free float, 87.12 million shares that are sold short. Short interest change for the day is indicating that the short interest has went up just a little bit. Share utilization is 77.23%. Days to cover 2.35, but you could see over here on this chart, it's actually 2.4 days to cover. So we have seen an uptick in the days to cover, and the price of the stock has not done too much. Now, what you guys need to know is the days to cover is like a ticking time bomb. When it's this high and the price of the stock is so suppressed, it's literally a ticking time bomb. Back in January, days to cover was at about 2.4. The price of the stock went up 10x. Back here in June, the days to cover was at about 1.72 days to cover, and the price of the stock went up 10x, as you know, in June. And obviously, after these massive increases in share value, the days to cover plummets. That's where we're at right now. So eventually AMC will go through another massive run, and the days to cover will also plummet. Now, let's talk about Charles Payne. I actually missed this. This was from December 29th. He says the shorts smell blood in the water and see Gary Gensler is giving even less lip service than before. Wow, why did I do that? Than before on a litany of issues and adjustments needed to level the playing field and add transparency. Maybe in the new year, and I'm still pushing for an interview. Hashtag apes together strong. Very interesting. I think there's a big call for Gary Gensler to do something and level the playing field, like he says right here. So pretty interesting, pretty cool. Just wanted to throw this in for you guys. It was from December 29th, so it's about 2 days old now, which, granted, I don't know how it flew over my radar, but still interesting nevertheless. Now, if we do jump into the Fintel filings, we could see that a ton of shares are being purchased for AMC. Vanguard Total World Stock Index Fund ETF purchased 223,000 shares of AMC. Another fund purchased about 4,000 shares. Another fund increased their position 23.8%. Another fund sold out of their short positions. They actually sold out of their short positions. The Invenomic Fund institutional class shares. You could see down here, BlackRock Tactical Opportunities sold or bought 4,433 new shares. BlackRock Fund, another one, increased their position 36% to 37,668 shares. An additional 31,000 shares were bought. Another almost 120,000 shares were bought right there. You can see all of these filings are very, very bullish. And the actual short position that was covered was only like 3,800 shares. So that was quite small. But you could see the overall sentiment here is very, very bullish. Another 135,000 shares bought right there. 217,000 shares bought right there. 163,000 shares bought right there. Schwab added to their position 27%, and they own 1.11 million shares. So you can see the sentiment for AMC and institutional investors is very strong. Why is that? Because we're heading into a very strong fundamental year coming up for AMC in 2022. As you can see right here, institutional investors have been piling into AMC long positions. Now, as far as the max Payne, it's $29 for today. So take that how you guys want. That would indicate about a 50% move to the upside from here. That would indicate a green close for today. So who knows if it's actually going to happen. Taking a look into the future, I want to see January 21st. Max Payne is at $22 per share. This is where I disagree with the max Payne. I don't think we're going to be $22 per share by January 21st. But hey, anything can happen. As far as the Stockholm Tracker data, we're seeing 12,705 calls that are in the money, 201,000 that are out of the money. So just another, word from yours truly. I would not be gambling on these weekly options. I like to get time on options, but a lot of these options are probably held by institutional investors as well. We may see a strong bounce by the end of the day today because we have so much open interest that is held just out of the money. But it's one of those things that may or may not happen. And then nothing too substantial the following first 2 weeks of January. But January 21st, 2022, that's where things get interesting with almost 500,000 calls that are out of the money and 112,000 that are in the money. That is a crazy large amount of shares that have to be bought by the market makers if AMC does go through a rally. About 50 million on the out of the money call side and almost 12 million shares that would have to be bought for the calls that are already in the money. So pretty crazy right there. 311,000 puts that are out of the money for that expiration and 61,000 puts that are in the money for that expiration. So it's looking good. All in all, not a bad update to bring to you guys. We could see some explosive moves by the end of the day today if the market sentiment does turn around. The markets are down a little bit today. We were down more, so we are starting to see that bounce, and that is reflected in AMC as well, as we have bounced up about 1%. Overall, looking good heading into 2022. I am very excited. We are in there like swimwear, baby. So hit the like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys found value out of this video. If you guys want to get free stock, like I said, links down below in the description of this video, as well as if you guys want access to all of my trades in real time, that link is pinned down below in the comment section of this video. Love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.